Okay, so I read a really interesting article yesterday, and it was talking about first-time buyers and people waiting for a market crash before entering and trying to buy somewhere. And I know there was a lot of talk about, interest rates, not talk, it did go up quite significantly, and about the impact that would have on London. And I remember talking to people and saying, well, look, the thing with London is that it does have quite a lot more economic resilience than the rest of the country. And we have a huge pool of able buyers who are in rented, paying sky-high rents at the moment, who, quite frankly, can buy, but have just been waiting. And the thing is that it feels very much at the moment like 2011, when we came out of the recession. We had this sort of doldrum period, and we were all sort of sitting and waiting, and there was talk of double-dip recessions. And there were people out there that went and bought. And gradually sentiment started to return, and then all of a sudden there was a lot more positivity in the market. They turned the taps back on really for lending, and the amount of buyers that came out of the woodwork was phenomenal, and that led to the real push on prices in London through 2012, started 2013, and then really ramping up through 2014. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen again to that extent, but we do have a lot of pressure in London from the first-time buyer sector, and I think there's now kind of an acceptance that we're in a new normal. The stamp duty has been raised, but it's gone back to where it normally was before. Interest rates are higher than they were, but they're kind of stabilised. Mortgage lending is very cheap, very affordable in relative terms. You can also now borrow more money than you used to be able to in terms of salary multiples, and there's quite a bit of stock choice out there. So they always say sort of fortune favours the brave. Well, my thoughts here are, I've got a crystal ball, but I think those people making choices and buys now, they could be. I mean, don't mark my words, but it could be that in a year's time that was a very, very good decision. So, as I say, fortune favours the brave.